Pray as a watchman. Isaiah 62:6 says, I have posted watchmen on your walls, O Jerusalem. They will never be silent day or night. A guy named Gordon wrote, God's greatest agency, man's greatest agency for defeating the enemy and winning men back is intercession. Imagine the enemy is planning a nighttime assault on a city. They carefully wrap their weapons in rags so they will not accidentally scrape a sword on a rock. They put camouflage paint on their faces so they cannot be seen in the dark. Their plan is to sneak up on the city and to place their ladders against the city walls. Quietly, they plan to climb up and silently overwhelm the soldiers. By the time the inhabitants of the city wake up, they would already be enslaved. On top of the city wall, there is a watchman. His job is to keep an eye out for the enemy. But it's such a boring job. Never in his life has anyone attacked. He's tempted to fall asleep. It's the middle of the night. It's cold. Surely it wouldn't matter if he closes his eyes for a short time. In his mind, he struggles with competing thoughts about his duty versus his comfort. It would be so nice for the watchman to rest, but his job is to keep an eye out for the enemy. So he decides to take one last walk along the wall before taking a nap. He stares out into the darkness. Clouds cover the sky, stars. But then a small breeze briefly blows a hole in the clouds, and for a moment light shines through. The watchman sees far off a brief gleam, a small flash. It attracts his attention. He squints into the darkness and he sees hundreds of humps scurrying on the ground towards the wall. What's that? As one hump grows closer, he spots the tip of a helmet and a long spear. It's the enemy! The watchman runs as fast as he can to the bell in his guard shack. He grabs the cord and he begins to pull with all of his might. The loud bell rings out into the night, and the enemy, realizing that the surprise has been lost, shouts and sprints towards the walls. Inside, the city's defenders wake from their sleep and struggle to put on their armor. The first to arrive at the top of the wall are there just in time to push the ladders away from the walls. A furious battle rages. By dawn, the battle has been won. The enemy slinks away like a dog dragging his tail on the ground. The watchman is celebrated and treated like a hero. He has saved the city from destruction. When we pray, we serve as watchmen for our nation, our culture, and our people. The enemy, the devil, is always trying to attack, but the vigilant prayers of a faithful believer will keep the enemy at bay. So when you pray today, pray as a watchman on the walls.